G'day, today we're going to have a look at level 3 in the Drastic Steps campaign of Orcs Must Die 3. This level is called Kenyan Keep. We're doing it on Riffler difficulty, and we're going for 5 stars. Now I do have 5 stars on this one already, it's just that I had recording issues when I did it, and we're just going to do it again. Now the good news is that it means that my strategy is very down pat at this stage. So let's get cracking. So the first thing that we want to do is I'm just going to build a blocking wall here. So any guys coming down here will have to go around here, up these stairs, across that bridge, and then down here to get to the rift. Now to ensure that happens, the other thing that we need to do is build down here to stop them from being able to walk up the stairs to this end. Now, the best way I find to approach this one is just going to start it up because we're just going to wait for those flyers to come to us, and it's just flyers in this wave. Best approach I find is that you just build defending against the guys walking, and then once you've got the money, then you worry about the everyone else. The flyers. The other major issue here is there's a boss at the very end who takes quite a punch. The sort of the video that I lost, I overcompensated with how many towers I put in for him, and so it sort of made it way very jumpy experience in both the game and in the video. But I did put up a lot of towers. This whole roof here I lined with electrical towers, so and in the end they didn't seem to have that much impact on him anyway. I was much better off. What was my alternative? I'm shooting at him basically with my wand. Probably can just use our mana. It'll regen by the time we need it again. Wave's pretty long, so it's yeah, we can afford to do it. So this setup here is basically what we need alive and kicking by the time the next wave starts, because in that next wave we are going to have to pay attention to both flyers and walkers, because they obviously will still be able to wander through that. It's certainly by no means impenetrable at this point. That's we'll run all the way back to the rift to get some health. Right, there we go. So let's keep on building. Now I think the most important thing is freezing towers, so definitely going to have them up and in place from the get-go, and we will try and get some of those in place, and then just sort of the next part of our wall. We do want to try and build in this next wave as it's going. What we want to do here is try and pick off a few of the big guys. So we can see that we've got the trolls in. So let's see if we can get everyone else to pick a fight on those 2 trolls, take them out of the game. And that armored ogre there too. Good to have him at least a little bit weaker. So we'll go up here, we'll try and take out a few of these first guys, and then what we'll do is we'll head down, just make sure our trap system is working fine. So far so good. Now the good thing is that every flyer is going to cross across the top of this bridge, so we can see them coming up there. So we can operate on both. Working on guys down the bottom here, and taking care of the flyers as they come over. Use a void bat, so we are going to have to use our just got to keep an eye out to make sure that there are no flyers anywhere near, because we are too close that we can't actually see there are flyers. Okay, we can see there's another group coming on the mini-map.
The barricade is under attack. You would think there'd be more songs written about me like that.
Sometimes it is worth turning around and facing the other way, just to make sure that no guys have run past you. No bats really have flown past you.
I got the blood pumping.
You can see how much of an impact these slowing towers can have on the big guys. That they will keep them in place, basically, is the goal. Now that should be all the. This should be the last group of flyers. Oh, there's one guy sort of stuck on the map, maybe. I'll have to go look for him. Alright, with that heavy, get that ogre down. Let's go have a quick look.
That was me that did that thing there.
Lovely. Okay, so let's complete this.
More enemies on the way.
We'll get them to go one more turn.
Look out! Flyers! Flyers incoming! Enemies are preparing to breach one of our gates.
Certainly try and do the same thing again, see if we can catch a big guy.
They've broken through a gate. Here they come.
When we are just shooting at guys, I think what we want to do is really be using our wand, and one of the reasons for that is that I have no arcane in my setup at all. So to get, I guess, the multiplier for these guys also getting hit by arcane, me shooting them is one way to do it. Gotta be careful of these little guys. They don't take much of a hit, but they are a little bit quicker than everyone else. So we can just sort of catch you unaware. Now I've got to be careful too, because I don't have much mana. So I might have to use my mana potion soon. There's mana in the thingy just in front of me, but... Yeah. Make sure no one got past me. Good.
They're attacking a barricade.
Alright, two more groups of flyers still coming. So we'll go try and meet them. That should be all the flyers on this. Looking at the mini-map, I can't see any others. Just heal our barricades. Now what? We will finish this off. There's a fair bit of stuff we can pick up in there for us too. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just build sort of a scattering of balusters on the roof. The reason it's a bit more of a scattering is so that if they're all sitting together, they'll all come in to have the same sort of angles. They'll all see the same guys at the same time. So more the idea is that they're going to shoot at different guys because they shoot so sparingly. We don't want them all shooting at the same one guy who's already dead by the time that their arrow hits. So that's sort of the idea of why I'm just randomly throwing them about. The next thing we're going to do is put up some traps to purely accommodate the flyers coming across.
Flyers in the air.
So I'd say that this down the bottom is getting pretty good. Look after the walking guys, and the good thing that I can do is I can move to take up residency up here, because any walkers who actually do successfully get through that bottom bit will then journey up these stairs. So I can certainly just have my my time dedicated to making sure the flyers are being eliminated. Might just go get some health. It's definitely the armored ogres. One of the ones that we've got a question mark on still about whether they can actually get through still. But you can see this is doing a good job of clearing up the guys as they come anyway. Now, with the gnolls coming, I am actually better off moving down here. And that's because the gnolls will then have to pass through the whole trap system in order to get to me. Ooh. Almost snuck by.
The barricade is under attack.
Because of how successfully these guys are getting through, I really should just put a few more traps in this last passage. Should hopefully help out a bit. Good news is the variety of stuff I've got up here is actually meaning that I am getting multipliers off the flies. If they do get through that section, they're getting hit by acid, electricity, and potentially frost. So it is, in terms of helping my score, it's definitely a good one as well. We'll continue our scattering of ballistas.
That was me that did that thing there. Ooh, squishy.
Certainly a few more traps that would be really nice to have in this setup to make it more effective, like the butterflies and the sort of the floor fire traps. But a lot of it is just that I have so few spots to use for my my traps. I just can't fit them in. So we are a bit more of a creative use of what we do have. And what I might do is just build 2 barricades there, just to shore that wall up, just in case anyone does. There are a few sappers that do come eventually. Not many of them, and I do try and chase them down. But just in case they're resilient.
Right there.
What we'll do is we'll also just set up a little bit more for these flyers.
Flyers in the air. They're attacking a barricade.
Now that attacking a barricade, there should have been a fire guy, I would have said, that's come in. There are 2 fire guys, I think in this wave. There's one of them.
barricade is under attack.
Use our barricade repair there just in case.
Okay, that was fun.
Now I could put more balusters on this side of this wall, but basically I'm not, because the balusters I more want operating as a last line of defense, not a first line. It's that I want you to be able to get, if you make it all the way through the trap system, then you're going to get hit by that. You're not getting hit by it before you get to enter. But we want to have these guys look away from the traps. Also want to keep an eye on the what flyers are about, so I can certainly hear a lot. So that's our sort of balance here, is we're attempting to keep an eye on the flyers. They are making a lot of noise behind me, so it's definitely unsettling. But Ballastus did a good job, as with the rest of the traps.
Do they have any bigger ones?
Probably put some traps up here too.
Ooh, they have more of those?
Alright, sounds like we might be towards the end of the flyers, just that one guy.
He kills lots of orcs.
So the big show here is going to be the boss. Now the boss definitely can take a punch, and I'm not even really going to build too much in the way of defenses that are for him.
Holy cow! I'm setting right.
Ultimately, the hope here is that I can kill the boss. If he does sort of target you, and so the idea is that he's going to sit there and target me, and that's how we're going to kill him.
Happy with that?
It's just that if he kills me, then I don't think he ever tries to target me a second time. So if I don't get him on that first attempt, we could be in trouble. We have a lot of money, but I know the last time I did this, my biggest fail was that the recording couldn't handle all the traps I had. I might just hold on to them a little bit.
Flyers in the air. Boom boom for you and boom boom for you. Ha! I'm giving. Look out! Flyers.
Now, luckily, the boss does come pretty late into this level as opposed to what you see in a lot of the other ones where they sort of are there from the jump. Gives you a chance to make sure that none of these other flyers or anyone are really going to cause you a problem. And then those sappers that you can just hear coming in. Make sure we've got eyes on them.
The barricade is under attack. See that coming? Okay, that was fun. They're attacking. The barricade is down.
Oh, got to look at what barricade they got down. One of significance, or two of significance. Alright, here they come, so we need to make sure that we're on point.
That was me that did that thing there.
It's really going to mean making sure this guy is out of it, because
Is that it? That got the blood pumping.
now luckily I don't really need mana for this guy. just need him to turn and look at me. And that sort of should suggest that he is. No? There we go. Come here, buddy. If he doesn't turn and look at me, thank God. He must change what he's immune to, because I've definitely fought against him as like a fire guy and stuff, so it might be that depending on the immunity you get, could be a variety of his difficulty. So I guess our focus then is to make sure, as long as we're up here, like I said, we can tell if guys are getting in. The other good news is that he actually will declare to us that there's people in our rift room, which just means that they're coming around the edge. Probably can just use that because we've much of this level left to go. One flyer.
Someone keeping score?
There we go. Alright, see if I assume we got pretty well under the time limit there. We upped my score from last time, so that's nice as well. So we're gonna have a look at the stats. Beautiful. And if we have a look at the campaign, slowly, here we go. So 2 million, full leaderboard, global, 1,000. So not too bad. There we go. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. But till next time, catch you later. See ya.